The applause rang out, but it felt empty. Not because it was lacking, there was plenty, but because I saw them in the front row. My wife, her sisters, all teeth, no warmth. Next to them, her brother leaned forward, elbows on his knees, grinning like a man waiting for his cue. The dean called my name. My feet hit the stage like it was a battlefield. I shook his hand, smiled for the camera, then a fist slammed into my jaw. The mic squealed. Gasps rippled through the crowd. My head snapped sideways, blood filling my mouth faster than my thoughts could catch it. Over the ringing in my ears, his voice cut through. You wasted your wife's money. This degree is a joke. You're a joke. From the audience, my wife laughed. Not a nervous laugh. Sharp, cruel. One of her sisters leaned in and whispered, "Now he knows he's worthless." It should have crushed me. It didn't. I smiled. Not for them. For me. Because they had just given me something they never should have. Clarity. 2 years earlier, I'd been the project. The charity case they could parade at dinner parties. Her family had money. I didn't. Her parents called me ambitious in public, dependent in private. I told myself it didn't matter. That love would carry us through. I worked part-time, studied full-time, ate instant noodles in a house with marble countertops. Every loan application I filled out, my wife shredded. We don't need debt. My family will help. I thought it was kindness. It was control. The night after the graduation punch, I didn't argue. I didn't confront. I cleaned the blood from my shirt, sat at the kitchen table, and listened to my wife retell the story to her mother, adding detail for laughs. She thought I was too humiliated to speak. What I was calculating. Step one was silence. Silence unnerves people more than rage. For 3 months, I said nothing about the incident. I played the role of the beautiful, obedient husband while they assumed I had been broken. They dropped their guard. Step 2 was money. Her family had funded my tuition, but my degree was mine now. While they still thought I'd be job hunting like a desperate man, I'd already been freelancing in my field for over a year, building clients, building savings. Every check went into an account my wife didn't know existed. Step 3 was information. I collected it carefully, not gossip, but evidence. Her brother's shady business dealings. Her sister's fake charity skimming donations. My wife's shopping trips funded by her father's company card, filed under household expenses. I didn't need to invent their downfall. They were already sowing it. I just had to wait for harvest. The trigger came in the form of a text from my wife. "We need to talk." Translation: "We've decided you're no longer useful." That night, she sat across from me, eyes hard. "We're done. You can leave quietly or—" I didn't let her finish. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside were copies of her credit card statements, her brother's falsified contracts, her sister's donor list with missing funds highlighted in red. She froze. "Divorce papers are in the top drawer." I said calmly, "I've signed my part. You'll sign yours, and in return, I don't send these to the people who matter." She swallowed. Her eyes flickered. Rage, fear, calculation. I saw the moment she realized she'd underestimated me. The next 6 months were surgical. The divorce was quick, quiet. Her family's businesses were not so lucky. I never had to leak anything directly. Just a few anonymous packages to the right competitors and journalists. The scandals unfolded like clockwork. Her brother was indicted. Her sister's charity lost its license. Her father sold off assets to cover legal fees. And me? I took my degree, my portfolio, my savings, and moved across the country. I started my own firm. 6 months in, I had more in my account than their family had left. People sometimes ask if I regret not fighting back that day on stage, if I wish I'd punch him in front of everyone. No, pain fades in seconds. Humiliation lingers for weeks. But watching someone lose everything they once mocked you over, that's eternal. The last time I saw my ex-wife was in an airport coffee line. She looked older, thinner, the kind of thin that comes from stress, not gyms. She saw me. I smiled, not out of kindness, out of memory. The last time I'd smiled at her, I had blood in my mouth and she thought she'd won. Now she knew better. They thought I was worthless. They built their laughter on that belief. But the thing about underestimating someone is you don't see them coming until you're already on the ground.